So good afternoon everyone. So in this video we are going to discuss about root locus problems. Okay, first problem we are going to discuss over here step by step how to solve the root locus problem over here. Okay, so the problem is given over here, that is the sketch the root locus of the system whose open loop transfer function g of s is equal to k by s into s plus 2 into s plus 4. Find the value of k so that the damping ratio of the closed loop system is a 0.5. Okay, so these are all the values they are given. From that we are going to plot the root locus. Okay, so in the first step we are going to find the root locus over here. Okay, uh, so in this problem they are given s terms only in the denominator, denominator in the uh, top they have not provided any nominator, they have not given any stem, so that zeros will be 0 over here. Okay, number of zeros will be 0 over here. So first now to find the number of poles, so there are this s into s plus 2 into s plus 4 we are going to equate into 0, so it will become s equal to 0, s equal to minus 2, s equal to minus 4. So like this we are going to get 3 poles. So that's I am going to write s is equal to 0, 0 minus 2 minus 4. So number of poles we are going to mark in terms of n is equal to 3. Okay, then m is the numerator, that is number of zeros. The number of zeros what they given, there is no s terms over in the numerator, so m is equal to 0 over here. Okay, the poles p is equal to p1 is equal to 0, p2 is equal to minus 2, p3 is equal to minus 4. So there are 3 poles, so n is equal to 3 over here, marked over here. So this is the first step. So after drawn the first step, we are going to mark only, I am going to mark the real axis, going to okay, so minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 I am going to mark over here. Okay, so here imaginary axis I am not going to mark the imaginary value. Okay, only real axis value only I am going to mark over here. So what are all the poles are there? 0, minus 2, minus 4. So comes to here 0 I am going to mark in the cross symbol, and here minus 2 I am going to mark our cross symbol, minus 4 I am going to mark as a cross symbol. Okay, so this is the first step we are going to do. So in this root locus we are going to do the both root locus, sorry, both uh, graph as well as calculation will do simultaneously. Then we are going to take find the root locus pole. So first we are going to check with the 0 and minus 2 first over here. We are going to keep the hand over exactly here. Then we check from there to right side how many poles, how many zeros are there in the real axis. So how many poles and how many zeros we have to leave it this first, this minus 2 if we are keeping our hand means this one we have to leave it. So from here to only one poles are there, there is no zeros, so only one pole, so it will become a what, even number, sorry, odd number, so it is in the part of root locus. Okay, same thing we are going to take next one. So minus 2 to minus 4, minus 2 to minus 4, minus 4 I am going to keep my hand. From here to what is the other step, so from this is the one pole, another pole is there, so two poles are there, so 2 is a even number, so it is not in the part of root locus. That is the second step I am going to do over here. Okay, then third one, what is the last one, minus 4 to infinity. Infinity means somewhere here, so this is the infinity. From here to how many poles are there, so 1 2 3 poles are there, so this is the 3 is the odd number, so it is in the part of root locus, that I am going to mention over here. 0 to minus 2, from here to only one pole, so it will become in the part of root locus. So see over here 0 to minus 2 I am going to made it as a darkened line. Okay, then minus 2 to minus 4, from here to there are two poles, so that even number, so it is not in the part of root locus. So minus 4 to infinity, from infinity to 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 poles, so that here this will be in the part of root locus. So this is the second step we have to do. Then find the third step. This is the to find the asymptotes and centroid. Okay, so for formula for the asymptote and centroid, plus or minus 180 degree into 2q plus 1 divided by n minus m. Okay, so here n is equal to m is equal to 0. So 180 into 2q plus 1. 2q means, so n minus m, 3 minus 0, 3. So q value you are going to take 0 comma 1 comma 2. So for q is equal to 0 means what is the value we have to find, that you can q value can substitute over here 0, then find the angle. Then same like q is equal to 1 means we are going to find the substitute in this equation, find the value. Q is equal to 2 means what is the value, substitute in this equation, what is the value you can going to find over here. Q is equal to 0 means plus or minus 180 degree, 2 into 0, 180 by 3 finally is equal to plus or minus 60 degree. Okay, same like here also. So plus or minus 180 degree it comes. So the q is equal to 2 means plus or minus 300 degree it comes. So after finding the centroid, no, sorry, asymptotes, then we're going to find the centroid. What is the formula for to find the centroid? That is the sum of poles minus sum of 0. So what is the sum of poles? 0 comma minus 2 comma minus 4. So 0 comma minus 2 comma minus 4. Sum of zeros, there is no zeros, so 0 it will become 0. So divided by number n minus m. N is the number of poles, m is the number of zeros. Number of pole is 3, number of zeros will be 0. So 3 minus 0, 3 it will become. So in simplifying this one, you can get minus 2. So that minus 2 I am going to mark in a square mark wherever minus 2 it comes. So it comes over here, so I am going to make as minus 2. Okay. So after that I am going to draw the angles. 60 degree, 180 degree lies on this line only, 300 degree it will becomes over here. So this is the angles also drawn over here. So this is not the 300 degree, it will becomes from here to here 300 degree. Okay, that's where remember. So here only I marked the which one, imaginary axis, j1, j2, j3, j4, j5, like that. Each unit I am going to mark over it. So here we people know that it will be symmetry about the real axis. Okay, then comes into the next one, we are going to find the breakaway break-in point. So to find the breakaway break-in point, if two poles are present one after another, so it will be breakaway point towards outside. The arrow mark you have to provide. So break-in point means both it will be meeting like this manner. That means break-in point. Then we are going to take the closed loop transfer function, C of s by R of s. Whatever they are given in the question, that is the G of s. Okay. So C of s by R of s is equal to G of s by 1 plus G of s. So the G of s value is equal to K by s into s plus 2 into s plus 4 divided by 1 plus G of s. G of s value is the K by s into s plus 2 into s plus 4. So simplifying this equation, we are going to get K by, because bottom we are going to get take denominator LCM, it will become s into s plus 2 into s plus 4 plus K. Okay. So finally equation it comes K by s into s plus 2 into s plus 4 plus K. So here we are going to take the characteristic equation. Which is the characteristic equation? S into s plus 2 into s plus 4 plus K is equal to 0. So all the s terms we are going to simplifying, we are going to get K value is equal to minus s cube minus 8s square minus 8s. So here K we are going to get minus s cube minus 6s square minus 8s. Okay. So then here we are going to take the differential equation, so that dk by ds is equal to d by ds of minus s cube minus 6s square minus 8s. So it will become 3s square. While taking differential equation with respect to s term, we are going to get finally this equation minus 3s square minus 12s minus 8. So here put dk by ds is equal to 0. So it will become 3s square plus 12 plus 8 is equal to 0. So this will be in the form of minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So while substituting in this one, this equation, it will be going to get S1 is equal to minus 0.845, S2 is equal to minus 3.154. So the next step to check for K, okay, when S is equal to minus 0.845, the value of K, so this S value we are going to substitute in this equation, the K equation, okay. So what we are going to get, K is equal to 3.08. So K is a positive value, okay. So 0.84 point is the actual breakaway point that we are going to mark over in the graph, okay. So where we are going to mark the that one, 0.845, we are going to mark over here. So this is the actual breakaway point over there, okay. So that is the thing we have to remember. Then here the breakaway point marked as negative real axis shown in the graph. After finding the roots, check whether roots are following within the root locus or not. Then minus 0.845 falling before minus 2. So 0.845 is the breakaway point and mark it for graph. So then to find the angle of departure. So there is no complex pole over there. So complex poles are on 0 not to find the angle of departure over here, okay. Then for to find the crossing point of the imaginary line, so again we have to take the characteristic equation, we put into the 0. So here wherever the s term it comes, we are going to put the j omega term, okay. So j omega cube 6 j omega square 8 j omega plus k is equal to 0. So minus j omega minus 6 omega square plus a j 8 omega plus k is equal to 0. So here j square value we are going to take it as a minus 1. So j square minus 1 means here j cube it will become minus j, okay. Here j square minus 1, so it will become minus 6, okay. So here there is no j square value, only j, so plus j value we are going to take, okay. So in this one we are going to find which are the term it will becomes j value, that will be a negative term. So minus j omega cube plus j 8 j omega, so these are all the imaginary value. Minus 6 omega square plus k, it will be the real part, okay. So that will be equal to 0. So we are going to get omega square equal to 8, omega square is equal to plus or minus 8, okay. So it will become plus or minus 2.8. So equating the real part is equal to 0. Already I told you 6 minus 6 omega square plus k is equal to 0. So k is equal to 6 omega square. So omega value if you substitute over here, we are going to get k is equal to 48, okay. So this is the real value. Then the next step, the crossing point of the root locus plus or minus j into 2.8, the value of the corresponding to this point is k is 4.8. To find the corresponding value of zeta is equal to 0.5. This is the given in the question. Suppose the zeta value they are not given in the question, you can leave it. So alpha is equal to cos inverse of z zeta. So cos inverse of 0.5 is equal to 60 degree. Draw the A line OP such that the angle between line OP and negative real axis 60 degrees shown in the graph. The meeting point of the line OP and root locus is gives the dominant pole SD. Then we are going to find the KSD value. So here KSD value is equal to product of length value vector from all the poles point S is equal to SD. The product of length of vector from all the 0 to the point S is equal to SD. So this will be equal to L1 into L2 3 into. So this will become 7.86. So this I will show you how to make it in the value in the graph, okay. So now the j value we are going to mark over here. J value where we have found plus or minus 2.8. So this is the j value. So that 2.8 I am going to mark over here. J 2.8 plus minus 2.8 over here. So this is I am going to mark like a arc over, along with the breakaway point, okay. Then the 60 degree line we are going to draw over here, that with help of cos inverse of zeta value we found, no. So from that 60 degree we have found. So that value wherever it will meet this the arc, okay, from there to here one line, then from there to 0. That means wherever the root locus points it comes, from there to you are going to mark over here. So once if you are going to mark over here, so this value you are going to take L1, this is L2, and this is the value you are going to take L3. So these all the value you are going to mark, measure with help of the scale. So that value you are going to take L1, this is L2, this is L3. So this we are going to multiply over here. Finally, we are going to get 7.96. It's equal to 8. Okay. So like this way, we are going to do the this root locus problem. Okay. So thank you. So from here, we are going to find the k value. The relative stability value is the we are going to find over here. Okay, that is 48. Okay. So like this way, we are going to find the root locus. Thank you.